BAIRD.com, and then look for either the Saginaw or the Midland office. Although we do have well over 100 offices nationwide that you can check with too, but check with ours.
We'll send it to the local offices here. It is Farm Show time. This Terry Henne is getting prepared and coming up next on WSGW.
While you're comfortable inside your home or business, the weather takes a toll on your roof. Wind, rain, hail, UV rays, and the heat of the sun cause premature failure of your shingles. Everyone loves to save money. If you have an aging roof, don't spend a lot of money on replacement. Get a RoofMax shingle treatment and get some peace of mind. Get more life for less money. Guaranteed with RoofMax, a powerful fusion of science and nature. Call Ben today at 859-6751.
The YMCA of Saginaw is where Cindy rediscovered her joy of swimming, and through a personal trainer, learned the proper way to build muscle, flexibility, and confidence. And now it's also where she sees friends in a yoga class and attends educational lunch and learn programs. This season, the YMCA is transforming lives. Join the Saginaw YMCA today, and new members experience no membership dues till January. Stay a year, and we'll reward you with 3 free months.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Thumb Bank and Trust offers community farmers the welcome opportunity of working with people who understand the unique needs and challenges of farming. I'm Jared Fisher, Ag Specialist for Thumb Bank and Trust, and I'm also a proud farmer. All of our agricultural loan experts are working farmers, and that's just part of why Thumb Bank and Trust has been recognized as one of Michigan's premier agricultural lenders. It takes a farmer to understand the unique needs and challenges of another farmer, and it takes the lending capital available at Thumb Bank and Trust to grow a farm. Call us today or visit us at thumb.bank. We will meet you at one of our offices, in the field, or at the farm. At Thumb Bank and Trust, our relationships are built on trust. We're an old friend you can rely on. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. An equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
I'm Dr. Baker, an ER physician. If you're having leg pain, swelling, or redness, but haven't talked to your doctor yet, don't wait. This could be deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to your lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. Your symptoms could mean something serious, so don't wait. Talk to a doctor right away, by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A blustery good morning to you. Hey, I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. We're having ourselves a good day today. We are broadcasting today from my sister's barn, located on Vassar Road in the Fairgrove area, where today Simplot is being introduced to farmers all across the central part of the state of Michigan. We've got quite a crew here today at my sister's barn to listen to speakers. Everything started about 8:30 this morning. They'll be breaking for lunch, and then they'll still have a chance to talk to some of the experts as we go into the afternoon hours. Promises to be a really busy day here and a very educational day as well. We'll talk a little bit more about Simplot and what it is as we move through the farm program today. But probably the big news, again, as far as our weather goes, is another major system cutting right through the central part of the continental United States. This one is tracking a little bit further to the west than the one that we had over the past weekend. But the results are pretty much the same when it comes to the storm itself. Very low barometric pressure in the high 28.8 category. And where we were looking at 29.2 at one time over the weekend, this one is deeper than the one that we experienced. And fortunately for us, it is going to be tracking a little bit further to the west, as we had indicated over the past couple of days. We're still going to get the wind, and right now it looks as though central Michigan, the Great Lakes Bay region, and Michigan's thumb should be looking at wind gusts of more than 40 miles per hour, possibly 45. But you're going to have to go a little bit further inland, central part of the state of Michigan, the I-127 corridor, over, I want to say, the northern third of the lower peninsula. That's where the heaviest amount of wind is going to be. Very little, if any, precipitation. It's just simply going to be very, very windy. The maximum winds in Michigan will be in the northern third of the lower peninsula. High wind warnings are up as far south as Clare County. They are expecting 60 mile per hour plus winds before this system moves through. Eastern part of the upper peninsula, the eastern half, they're looking at wind gusts of at least 60 miles per hour. You move a little bit further to the south and the west of the upper peninsula, where we're talking Minneapolis, St. Paul, Rochester, Minnesota, the northwestern corner of Wisconsin, back into Iowa, Nebraska. They're anticipating winds of hurricane force. That's 75 plus. And over the past few hours, as far to the west as Colorado, some folks have been experiencing wind speeds of more than 80 miles per hour out of this particular system. What are we looking at here? Our temperature is going to continue to climb. We're currently at 49 degrees at the airport, 47 over in Midland, 49 at Radio Center. Downtown Bay City is at 49. We do have a south breeze, 13 miles per hour, gusting to 17. 83% is our humidity. Barometer is dropping. Right now it's at 30.01. But again, our barometer isn't going to drop nearly as much as what it did last weekend. The wind speeds are not going to be as strong as what they were last weekend, but still, once you get 40 miles per hour plus, it really doesn't make too much difference. It feels really windy. Temperatures are going to continue to warm up. We're going to be looking at our afternoon high temperature, which will be 58 just before midnight tonight. And then the temperature will rise a little bit more, moving into the 60, 61, 62 degree area for our high temperature tomorrow. That will be way before sunrise. And then as we go through the day tomorrow, that temperature is going to continue to drop. Tomorrow night, we'll drop down to 28. Now, throughout this entire period of time, very little, if any, precipitation, just a whole lot of clouds. And then eventually, as we go through the afternoon tomorrow, with those winds gusting, we'll see a whole lot more in the way of sun. Now, it does appear as though this is going to be the last of the 50-degree temperatures for a while. Long-range outlook to take us all the way through the end of December is indicating that our temperatures should be at average for this time of the year, which is 35 in the afternoon and 23 at night. And the precipitation tallies, for the most part, will be average until we work our way into the middle of next week. So the chances of a white Christmas are still pretty good, because we are going to be looking at above average precipitation over the Christmas weekend, and temperatures holding pretty close to average. So that, in a nutshell, is a positive when it comes to our weather. A year ago on this day, 27 was our high, 18 was our low. The record on this date is 60. That was set back in 1971. The record low 7 set way back in 1917. Sun will set this evening at 5:01. Rise tomorrow morning at 8:03. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. We'll be touching base with Cody Harris in just a moment, find out what's going on over at Star of the West. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Hilleshog Seeds. Hey, they exceed the Michigan Sugar Seed approval criteria that leaves nothing unmet. Unlike some companies that fall short of criteria and need special approval, promising high yields but lack other key traits, Hilleshog brings a balance for Michigan's tough conditions and will always pack a load sugar in every beet. Hilleshog, the heartbeat of sweet. Let's slide over to Star of the West right now and find out what's going on the board. Is it Cody today?
Good morning, Terry. Yes, it is.
What's going on?
Well, I wish I had some good news for you, Terry, but we got kind of a meltdown here on Wednesday, kind of midway through the week, and it's being drove by the wheat market.
I'm turning the monitor down right now so these guys can't hear it. Okay, Cody?
Yeah, that'd be a smart thing to do right now.
Yeah.
But looking at everything, the way it sits right now, Terry, we got cash wheat. That's down 30 here this morning. We got 717 on the white, 682 on the red. Looking over at new crop wheat for next year, that's down 27 here this morning, 752 on the white, 692 on the red. Looking over at corn, cash corn's down 6 at 529. New crop corn is down 5 at 486. And looking over at soybeans, cash soybeans are down 6 at 1189. And new crop soybeans are down 9 at 1169.
I'm afraid to ask, why the meltdown?
Well, it's kind of been, you look at everything that the market's been kind of, I guess, running on, or what the bullish factors have been the last, I would say, a few weeks, month or so. The main factor's really been a lot of Australian concerns in that harvest, being wet and quality concerns. And as we actually dive into some information, it looks like last week, actually, the Grain Board Network recorded the largest week of receivables this season so far, and it kind of put the Australian winter wheat crop harvest to be estimated around 75 to 80% complete as of here this week or here this morning. And as you're kind of looking at everything, they're actually kind of catching up to, over average trends for harvest now as we kind of get kind of later into their harvest towards the end. And kind of concerns maybe a little less on the table than they were about a month ago or about 3 or 4 weeks ago in the wheat market. And that's just compounded. You kind of see it kind of across the world. Everything's kind of sliding. We had France's milling wheat. Their futures are down 1.3% this morning. And then in addition to that, kind of here in the U.S., on the demand side, it's not really shaping up to be a great year for our export sales for wheat. We got total commitments right now down 24% from a year ago. We're past the halfway mark in the 2020 or 21-22 crop year for wheat. So you got a kind of a culmination of harvest progress in Australia, kind of maybe a little lack of demand really kind of dragging this wheat market down. It's really starting to pull corn and soybeans down as well here, Terry.
Boy, tough markets, but you never know. By the end of the week, maybe we can make it good, you think?
There's definitely potential for that. One thing to keep in mind is even with kind of these numbers, and even if Australia had a good crop this year, we're still looking at really relatively tight ending stocks across the board for wheat. So that's something just to keep an eye on. And just to kind of, I guess that's a bright side of things. We're still over 750 on the future side of wheat. So historically, we're definitely on the higher side of things, even though down 30 cents is not something that we want to see here right now, Terry.
No, you're right there. Cody, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
You as well, Terry. Thank you.
All righty. A little bit more as far as what's going on. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me. The market report brought to you by the folks at Schaefer and Beerline, the Great Lakes Bay Area's certified ag dealer. You make a new Ram commercial truck a part of your everyday use for family, farm, and business today. From Schaefer and Beerline since 1852, where family and service sells cars. And by the folks at Steiner Tractor Parts, it's all about new parts for old tractors. That's what makes them tick. And that's what can make you happy. Steiner Tractor Parts, 800-234-3280, or go to their website, steinertractor.com. Doug, good morning.
Good morning. It's rough across the board. Not only the grains, but crude oil down about 1%. So stock market's kind of taking cue from that. Everybody's waiting on the Fed. I'm pretty sure they're going to talk at 2 o'clock. And they're going to talk about tightening up the money supply to stem this inflation thing going on. And then I read somewhere that we're looking for 9 to 10 interest rate hikes over the next 2 years at a quarter point each. So flattening yield curve, inverted yield curve, things like that. They're watching that for the possibility of a recession in the next 2 or 3 years. And so anyway, that's all on everybody's mind today. So
other than that, do you have any bad news?
Yeah, right. I heard that. I heard that New York is going to not allow you to build a building that is heated with natural gas after 2 or 3 years out. So they're looking over the next decade to eliminate natural gas in the heating arena for New York City. So
okay, so no coal.
No
natural gas.
Right.
What? Your neighbor's table?
Yeah, right. Well, It's got to be electricity, which is exactly twice as expensive as natural gas as far as heat goes.
Oh, brilliant.
Another reason to leave New York forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Anyway, here's your numbers. The March corn is 5.83 1/4, down 7 cents. December 22 corn is 5.40 1/4, down 5 1/2. January soybeans 12.52 1/2, down 7 cents. March soybeans 12.55 1/2, down 9 cents. The March wheat is 7.56 1/2, down 30 1/2 cents, and the December 22 wheat is 7.63, down 26 1/4. Crude oil is 69.60, down 92 cents. So that was down a little over $1 earlier, and then they announced some ending stock numbers, so that brought it up a little bit. Still down 90 cents. Heating oil is 219.40, that's down 2 1/2 cents. Gasoline is 209.88, down 1.2 cents. And natural gas, it's up today, 373 1/2, is up 11 1/2 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2915 at the border. That's up 54 ticks. The yen is at 113.79, up 8 ticks. The euro is at 112.58, up 1 tick. The dollar's at 96.63, up 7 ticks. Gold is at 17.6450, down $5.90. Silver's at 21.52, down 40 cents. Platinum's at $891.50. That's down $19.40.
Doug Klein, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
Yep, you too.
All righty. We'll be right back with more. Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today, 989-868-4444. Try it again. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Thumb Bank, serving the needs of farmers for well over 125 years. 2 locations in Bay City, also Cassidy, Caseville, Pigeon, and Bad Axe. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Broadcasting today from the Simplot Grower Solution meeting, where farmers are having the opportunity to listen to a lot of different products that Simplot offers, including precision agriculture. A team of proven experts using data-driven technologies and agronomic expertise are helping farmers make decisions that are going to get the most out of every acre season after season. They work with farmers from the time they put the seed in the ground until they take it out, and then they work with farmers after that as well. For more information on Simplot, I tell you what, why don't you give Mike Day a call? The telephone number is 989-693-6127. We'll be right back.
Farming can seem pretty straightforward, but you know it's anything but that. The same can be said for every seed you plant. While seemingly simple, that little blue seed represents a symphony of breeding adjustments and science, orchestrated to deliver the right traits for your region and engineered for 2021. When you partner with Beta Seed's breeding team, planting doesn't represent the beginning. Instead, it serves as the latest chapter of a trusted partnership that has been over 50 years in the making. Beta Seed, breeding confidence.
Cancer. So many lives are touched by cancer. In fact, 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will be diagnosed with cancer. At the American Cancer Society, we're on a mission to free the world from cancer. It's a big mission, driven by little things like a ride to treatment, a free place to stay, a 24/7 helpline. But these little things are really the big things, because to a cancer patient and their family, they're everything. And every day we reach thousands of cancer patients who so desperately need these services. But we need your help to get these critical services to more people and families in need this holiday season. Go to cancer.org and join the fight against cancer. It takes just minutes to donate and help provide essential support to cancer patients and their families. Don't wait. More than 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer. Go to cancer.org right now and make a difference. Go to cancer.org.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. It's all about risk management. Cover yourself against the negatives. Take advantage of the positives, and they can help. They are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. The agents can be reached directly or on their cell phones for questions or emergencies. Or you can contact the office right in downtown Reese. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency, 989-868-4722. Joe Kramer joining me right now with the Michigan Bean Commission. Joe, what's going on?
Good morning, Terry. Things are a little quiet in the bean industry at the moment. We could use a few more shipments, honestly.
Boy, I would say so. Any problems getting those shipments out?
Well, we talked a little bit about all the logistics challenges, and that's compounding it. I think we've got a little slowdown maybe in movement off the shelf. And so while that can be a little bit on the discouraging side, we've still got some decent contracts being offered for 2022 crops. So it's not certainly not all doom and gloom. There's some pretty good things going on there too.
What are we doing price wise right now for producers? Holding firm on contracts, Joe?
Yeah, I think most growers have had a chance to market their 21 crop production at pretty decent values. I don't think there's a whole lot left to buy. We're probably a little ahead of normal, mostly because of those $45 values at the pit when growers dumped. And then 2022 crop, as people look at their cost of production worksheets and plug in probably a $40 value, beans still stack up pretty good against the other options. So I think it's still a pretty positive story all in all.
That sounds good. Joe Kramer, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Joe Kramer. On the line with you right now, I've got Scott Dumas with Nutrient Ag Solutions. Scott, busy morning. What's going on with our growers right now?
So there's a lot of talk about what the crop plan looks like, and individually, each customer is looking at that between corn, soybeans, sugar beets, and to Joe's point, dry beans. So trying to put all that together and see what will pay back the best in 2022.
What are you folks advising our producers do here before the end of the year, Scott?
So if they need to lock in some inputs, prepay, and that's definitely an option, and we can handle that to lock in supply for next spring. I highly recommend offsetting that with a marketing of the grain to lock in, to cover the cost of those inputs and lock in a profit is what I would highly recommend.
Yeah, get all the ducks in a row is what you're telling me, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Scott Duma, always great to talk. You take care. If we don't have a chance to talk to you before, have a Merry Christmas, okay?
Thanks, you too, Terry.
You bet. Scott Duma with Nutrient Ag Solutions. Take a break with Tri-County Equipment, then we'll be right back.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's in a few John Deere commercials this year, but she's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, accomplishing anything she sets out to do behind the wheel of her 1 Series tractor.
Anything, honestly.
Like turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven. And that means plowing snow, mowing her pasture, carving out a space for her 4-legged friends to run around. Out here, you can't fake a job well done. And no matter how long the to-do list gets, she's always ready. Her iMatch Quick Hitch, backhoe, Quick Park Loader, and Auto Connect Mower Deck make moving on to the next task as easy as... Renee runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear Renee's story at Deere.com.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Rochester Hills, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online.
We now conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw.
This is CBS News on the